Apple could be developing an even smaller wearable device, a smart ring. The tech titan published a patent application for a finger-mounted device with many features similar to those of the Apple Watch. But will this device actually make it into consumers' hands? Well, joining us now to talk about that is digital lifestyle expert and Today Show contributor Mario Armstrong. Mario, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, what's going on? This is a big deal.
It's a big deal. So Apple has not said whether it plans to actually make this so-called smart ring,
Right.
But what do you think it should do?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Apple is known for doing patents all the time, but that doesn't mean products are going to come out. So patents don't equal products right off the bat. What this does say, though, is that this could have been something that they have been thinking about for quite some time, or it's something that they really do see evolving in this space. One thing is for sure, this is the wearable sector. The wearable sector is huge. We're talking bracelets, rings, jewelry, pendant, all kinds of things that you can actually wear now that are not just fashion forward, but are also technology based. Most of those things have been fitness trackers. Many of us know about Fitbits and things like that, but they haven't really been sexy. So people like Tory Burch, fashion designer, made Fitbits more sexy. So now you're starting to see much more, attention placed on the actual jewelry factor of smart devices. So this particular ring, if it does come out to the market, it would have a touch screen on it. It would have a wireless transmitter inside of it, a computer processor in it, and you would be able to do things like control your phone, or maybe change your Apple TV, control that, or control your tablet, or maybe turn on the lights and off the lights as you're approaching your home or getting out of your car. So the idea is that if this does come to market, this would be something that you would wear on your ring, on your finger, much like you wear an Apple Watch on your wrist.
Okay, so given that fact, do you think consumers would actually really want an Apple ring, particularly consumers that maybe would also be the base for an Apple Watch? It almost seems like they could cannibalize each other.
Ooh, good point. I mean, this is really a smart question, because it's like, how many products do you really want to develop that can almost do some of the same things? So Apple Watch still has, I don't see the ring being able to do the amount of applications and things that the watch can do. The watch, for all intents and purposes, is really a mini computer, and the ring, to some degree, I could see being a mini computer as well, but not being able to run all of the applications. Obviously, you're not going to have as big of a display to also be able to see things, unless you just have that ginormous Green Lantern ring on your hand or something like that. And that's been some of the complaints. There are some startups that are already in this space. Ringly out of New York City, which has raised $5.1 million. You also have a company called Cuff, which is doing a licensing deal with Tiffany's, QVC, and Macy's. So there are other companies that are in this jewelry, smart jewelry space. And some of the complaints have been that it's that the ring acts as a notification. And so, like, if the ring acts as a notification, if my phone is in the purse or in your briefcase or in your pocket, and the phone gets a notification your ring gets a notification, you can't see everything on some of these smart jewelry devices on the ring. So it makes you want to reach for the phone anyway. And that should be that's kind of defeating the purpose. If you have the watch, you can look at the watch and actually see, is that a text or something I need to respond to right then and there?
Yeah, and certainly just to dig into that a little bit more, so then I guess, do you think it would be a worthwhile venture for Apple to come out with a smart ring? I realize we're still this is speculation in a lot of ways. We're just talking about a patent right now. We know Apple files a lot of patents and doesn't necessarily see them through as products. But does it make sense for a company like Apple to just pepper the market with all different types of wearables, given some of the points you just made?
Well, I don't think Apple will. I think it's a great point, but I don't think Apple will. I've never really seen Apple pepper the market with too much of any one thing. I think they're very strategic. Yeah. They're very smart. Look, Apple is very intelligent about finding problems that we didn't think we had. Like, straight up. It's like, it's the weirdest thing. It's like, it's incredible that they find issues with things and inconveniences that we didn't think we had. When I read the actual application, which was filed back in April and published today, when I read the actual application, I see things in there about safety, a lot of things pointing to women being secure, or if you're in an unsafe environment and your phone has a notification and the light of the phone display comes up, that in a nighttime scenario could be dangerous if you're in a situation where you're not trying to be seen. So they were even pointing and alluding to safety features and things that I didn't really even anticipate being a need for. So I think if they do this, it will be very strategic, much like everything else they've done, and it will only be a handful of products if they do it, for sure.
Yeah, and you bring up such a great point with the safety. It's certainly not something that I thought about. Mario Armstrong, thanks for joining us. Thank you for watching. I'm Morgan Brennan. Have a great day.
Hey YouTube fans, I'm Landon Downey from CNBC. Thanks so much for checking out our channel. Here you'll find videos packed with all the info that you need to be smarter about your finances. Be sure and subscribe by clicking right here, and click on all the videos around me to see CNBC's original series Young Money, Tech Bet, Kramer's Mad Money, and all the latest from CNBC.